Let's follow up with Disney on the overlap buy signal from here, and we're looking back to the other overlap 3 up that worked really well. I'll zoom into the current area now, and price was holding its own most of the day right above the TDST sell line here, and then it sank below it and closed underneath it. So tomorrow morning on the 25th, Tuesday, if there's an open lower than this close and price ticks lower than this low on the 21st, and end of day the 25th closes below this close from the 24th, then this TDST will become qualified and confirmed, and that will definitely be an ominous sign there. I did get into Disney just because of the overlap up buy signal, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt if it still doesn't qualify and confirm this sell TDST line tomorrow end of day. And we'll see what happens. If it gets under this low, then I will close out that trade, and that's a long way to go. So as long as it doesn't get qualified and confirmed tomorrow, it still is a chance. So if it can close back above the TDST level, that would be a good sign, and then it has to tick a little higher than this high at 87.94, and if it does that, it has a chance of getting above the true high for this bar on the 17th, which is the close for this bar, 88.64. So if it makes a run up and closes above that, that would be a good sign. And here's the zigzag indicator for the daily chart of Walt Disney, looking back to when this C printed on December 28th, 2022. So if price eventually ticks lower than this low, 84.08, then a 0 will print over here and negate this wave here for A1 and the B2 over here, and will be a 0 starting over, and the 0 can keep traveling downwards with no change, so it can just keep going indefinitely. I'm going to zoom into this area now, and I'm keeping track of the average true range for Disney daily chart. So you can see on the 24th, it had an average true range that was under the previous close for ATR 1.76. However, the ATR 4 has nothing to do with this leg up here, and it did tick higher than this high here, 87.89, and there was a high of 87.94 for the 24th. So that put the leg of this zigzag at the top of this bar and made the turning point here for a swing point here right at this D wave up wave 2. So Disney is on the D wave up wave 3. And here's a snapshot up here for what it looked like on Friday the 24th. So you can see it had an upwards trajectory somewhat, and then when it ticked higher than the previous bar here, it created that swing point. So now the big resistance level here is the Ichimoku conversion line at 88.05. So if it can get across that hurdle and close above that, and it could go after this close here, 88.64. That's the immediate goal to the upside, is to get above that for a close above that. And the swing point should hold, even though there's a lower high for tomorrow's bar on the 25th. So if it doesn't tick higher than this and actually stays lower, we could get it to look like this again, but while holding this swing point here at B2 on the wave, D wave. So there is some wiggle room as long as it stays above this low 85.30. If it starts moving below that, then it could challenge that low 84 level, where it could turn into a 0 for D wave up.